Hello everyone, welcome back to this Microsoft Excel tutorial journey with me on my Knowledge Factor YouTube channel. This is my 12th lecture today, and now that we have got cell references that just kind of high level and introductory level, I know some of you have been using them forever, but yes, some of you are newer as well into this system. So, very important foundational building block that makes up our Excel experience. So, make sure that that's comfortable, right? And if you got any questions on it, again, jump into the comment section, ask your questions there, right? I'm right there. I love answering questions. I love seeing what everybody is learning. So, it's great platform. So now that we got cell references down, let's take a look at building basic calculations. Nothing big here, we are going to do some maths. So now if someone doesn't love maths, if it's never been a strong subject in school, if it was like that period of the day that you just wanted to be somewhere else, right? Doing addition, subtraction, multiplication, or even what when you get into algebra and whatnot, then your mind just get exploded. You would be thinking like, what is going on here? Well, the nice thing is, as long as we know what we want to do, whether I want to add some numbers, I want to do some multiplications, I want to do some division, as long as we understand what it is that we want to do and what we want our outcome to be, Excel will do the maths for us. It's like a calculator on steroids. It can do so much for us. It's super awesome on doing the calculation. Now, we are going to start out with the basic building block once again, understanding basic formulas, basic mathematical operators performed inside of an Excel worksheet. Uh, that will help you in the long run. And then, as we continue through the course, we are going to get into more advanced topics as far as formulas, functions, and calculations are concerned. So let's start out with some basics here. All right, so I want to be able to start out with a calculation that gives me the sum. And we are going to do some addition here, some sum of January. Give me the total of this month, January, right? Now give me the total of February. Give me the total of March, April, May, and so on. So now here what's the prior lecture comes into play. Take a look. I'm going to jump into cell B9. This is my total for January. Now we talked about couple of different types of data that you can input into an Excel document. You have got text or alpha characters, you had numeric, you had dates. Now here's the fourth one. We can input what Excel considers formulas or calculations. Now, in order for Excel to recognize that what you are about to do or what you are performing here is a calculation, you start your calculations with a specific character. In this case, I'm going to start it with an equal sign. This is true from the most basic, like what we are about to do here, to the most advanced calculation that you can perform inside an Excel. You start them with an equal sign. Whatever calculation you do, whether it's a so complex calculation or a basic calculation, everywhere the logic, the formula, the expression starts with the character called equal to. All right. So I got my equal sign. Now I want to be able to add up those numbers for January. Well, I could do this. I could say, okay, rent. So here's the rent, 1000. So I will just write here 1000. Okay. Well, now I want to add it up. So which operator I would like to use? I want to get a sum, then it will be plus sign. So I will just enter plus. Then my next number is 100 plus 150 plus 300 plus 100. All right. I'm just going doing maths here. I have told Excel there's my equal sign that hey, I'm going to do some maths, it's going to be a calculation, and I'm just taking the numbers and performing some addition on those numbers. Once I am done, I hit my enter key, and there's my result. 1650, $1,650 for the month of January for my various bills. What do you think? Now, some of you are thinking, well, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, right? I mean, if I double click here, I that opens the formula backup. I typed out each of those numbers, right? What if I made a mistake? What if I put one too many zeros or I left one zero? If I enter key, it's 10,650. Let's get back in there for removing that extra zero just to make sure it's the correct calculation. That's correct. I made the correction, but it's a lot of work. There's a lot of things that can be wrong. What happens? What happens if these numbers here update? What if I get back here and say, oh wait, I spent $125 here for my phone on the month of January. It was not 100. So I make those change here from 100 to 125 and hit the enter key. I updated it there, but did it update here? It still shows up 1650. Double click here, it's still 100. So I have to change this here as well. I'll put here 125 and press enter. Now it's coming as 1675. Now it's correct. So now I have changed it in two different places. Well, you remember the previous discussion that we had, right, on cell references? But first let's get rid of this. Put this back to 100 and let's get rid of this as well. This is crazy. I'm going to delete this crazy. Alright, back to B9. Start our formula again. We are going to inform Excel that we are creating a calculation, so equal to. Now I'm going to use the cell references. So the first one, we are going to see where the rent for January is, and it's in B4. So B4 plus B5 plus B6. Now, ever since the 2000 edition of Excel, you have got some nice color coding going on here. Very sleek, very attractive. Something small but very helpful. So keep adding it, plus B7 plus B8. Now I'm just referencing cells here, right? B4 takes the value for what's inside of location B4, cell address B4, and add that to B5, then add that to B6, and so on. So once you are done, hit enter key. There's your answer. It's 1650. Now if one of them updates, we go, oh no, it's again 125, not 100 for my phone on January month. So I'll just update that here to 125 and hit my enter key. Keep an eye down here. It got updated to 1675. All because I'm using the cell references instead of literal values. So I don't have to come here and update it again. I will just update any values in this column and it will make the changes in the calculation. What do you think? Pretty sleek, right? And all I'm doing is just some maths. I'm doing some additions. You can do whatever type of math, your subtraction, your multiplication, your division, whatever it is, right? Now, I want you to take a moment. I want you to complete the rest of them, get some practice in here, right? Jump over to C9, add them up, then jump over to D9, then E9, then F9, and complete it till this point. Then I want you to hop up to G column, create a formula you started with what character equals to, right? If you remember, it will always be equals to whenever you're going to write a formula in any of the cell. It will always start with equal to. And then we are just going to use the cell references. So in this case here, it's going to be um, B4, January month's rent. So B4, then we need to add B4 with February month's rent. So again, it's C4 plus C4 plus D4 plus E4 plus F4. And I have got all my 5 guys there for rent. I hit my enter key and I'm just doing some addition, some simple maths here. I got 5,000 as a value. So it's pretty simple. Just try this out, complete that, and get a feel for it. I'm going to take it even a step further. I know some of you are waiting for some other methods on how to complete this because this is still pretty intensive workout, right? We have only got 4 or 5 records here, but what if you have hundreds or thousands of record? I definitely don't want to do that way, right? No way. I'm tapping out each and every cell references. That's crazy, right? So we'll see some other ways to be able to perform these calculations as well and streamline our efforts. But for now, again, we are building that foundation. We are getting each and every little step in there so that we know exactly what's going on inside on Excel. So get this done, get your calculations in there, add those figures, then we'll jump into the next lecture. And I want to take calculations even a step further, but in the next lecture. Alright, so here we go. Thanks for watching this tutorial. And as I say, if you are liking these videos and enjoying this journey of the learning of Microsoft Excel, then please do like, share, and subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon to get the latest content update on this channel. Alright, then we'll meet up in the next session. In case you have any questions, any concerns, then do let me know in the comment section of this video. And also let me know if you want to ramp up the speed of this learning so that I can try to put more videos in a day. Alright, till the time, goodbye and take care.